My sitcom moment is actually two different actual sitcom moments that played out. They kind of collided in the days following the darkest day in American history. These are the two moments, just to give you a little backstory. One was the episode of All in the Family. It was a flashback where we see Archie meet Meathead for the first time. And they start arguing over, the politics and all that. And then Archie kind of brings the argument to a screeching halt by belting out "God Bless America." And there's one line in "God Bless America" where he takes some creative license. Basically, he goes, "God bless America, you dumb Pollock." Remember that part? Yeah. Right? So that's one moment. The other moment is the most popular episode of the Mary Tyler Moore Show, which was Chuckles the Clown's funeral. So we know that one, right? If you're not familiar, Mary Richards was a producer at WGN in Minneapolis. There was a kid show host, Chuckles the Clown. He played a variety of characters on the show. One of them was Peter Peanut. He was in a parade, an elephant broke loose and shelled him to death, right? After the grief started settling, everyone in the newsroom started cracking jokes. They're talking about that this is healthy, that we laugh at death because death has the last laugh on us. Mary's very offended that everyone's joking, a man just died. But when we get to the funeral, and the minister is giving a very somber service, listing all of Chuckles' characters and what Chuckle wanted. What he asked for, a little song, a little dance, a little seltzer down your pants. Mary is cracking up. And she can't stop, and it's getting worse, and it's getting worse. And then when the minister said, "You young lady," Mary's just going, looking around. I mean, it is priceless. It is one of her greatest moments on TV, this side of Laura Petrie. So you have those two moments. So this was the Friday after 9/11. And I have to admit, I was probably suffering from a CNN hangover because I was just glued to the images over and over again. And I was trying to write. And I just had the TV on and I was trying to write. I had written some stand-up material prior to the day, and I just kept wanting to escape that reality. Yet the TV was on, the news was on nonstop. I didn't want to miss one moment if something should develop. And then we had the service at the National Cathedral in Washington, D.C., and all the presidents spoke. You had a clergy, you had Billy Graham, you had a rabbi, you had somebody, a Muslim minister, and you had all these people speaking, and it was very moving, and it was very touching. And I'm feeling very somber, like we all were. And then this mezzo-soprano comes on, and she has this most beautiful voice, and she sings "God Bless America." And you have to remember that a few weeks before 9/11, Carol O'Connor died, and in every tribute they kept showing him singing "God Bless America, you dumb Pollock." So I'm distressed, I'm frustrated, I'm grieving just like everybody else is. All of a sudden, in this moment of grief, the mezzo-soprano gets up and belts out "God Bless America," and she sings every verse. I didn't know there were this many verses of the song, right? And in the back of my head, on an endless loop, while she was singing, I'm hearing Archie Bunker going, "God bless America, you dumb Pollock," and I start giggling. Now I'm alone in my living room, and I'm watching this somber occasion, and she keeps singing "God Bless America," and I'm hearing Archie playing in my head, and I start giggling loud. And I'm looking around my living room to make sure nobody is there, making sure, like Mary at Chuckles' funeral, making sure that nobody is there. And then I'm doing everything like clenching my jaw, and she keeps singing, and I keep hearing Archie, And then I bite my tongue, and I'm still looking because I'm afraid somebody's going to see me laugh at this somber moment. And then as she's getting close to the very end of the song, I realize the absurdity of this moment. And I allow myself to laugh. I don't care who's around, if anybody could hear me. And I had, in this 4-day span, the first real, honest, sincere laugh. And it felt good. It felt relief. Thanks to two pioneers in the world of television, somehow in this time of our despair, I was able to have an honest and sincere laugh. And once I got that laugh out of my system, my writer's block disappeared. And I grabbed my journal and I grabbed my pen and I turned off the news.